I admit I may not have spent as much time in a courtroom as you have. I was also recognized with a Special Achievement Award by the Department of Justice. You remember the Department of Justice, right? It's the agency that's been pursuing you for decades. And like Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, I've had a history of prosecuting sex offenders. So thank you for keeping people like us in business. And as for dumb questions, you're always welcome to come here and answer some, if sitting so close to a prosecutor won't make you.
This isn't lighthearted TV back and forth anymore. It's a full clash of perspectives. The two have been orbiting around the same friction since the very first flare-up, and now the tension is clearly heating up. Maher's remark shocked everyone, especially considering his long record and the reputation he's built over the years.
You remember the Department of Justice, right? It's the agency that's been pursuing you for decades. And like Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, I've had a history of prosecuting sex offenders. So thank you for keeping people like us in business. And as for dumb questions, you're always welcome to come here and answer some, if sitting so close to a prosecutor won't make you nervous. I'll even give you a free View mug, not to be confused though with a mugshot.
Her tone was quite serious, as though she had replaced her morning coffee with a Gables and evidence feel. Maher then stepped in and turned the courtroom into a roast, emphasizing presenter style above content.
I asked her why she had some Trump. Listen to that, and then listen to what she says after that. It's quite in variance of what she said to me in 2018. Why did you Donald Trump? When you say it's not a Me Too case.
It is not a Me Too case. I mean, I wasn't assaulted. I wasn't attacked or worse, or blackmailed. They tried to shove me in the Me Too box to further their own agenda. And first of all, I didn't want to be part of that because it's not the truth, and I'm not a victim.
That's not what she's saying now. She's talking about he was bigger and walking away. It's all the Me Too buzzwords. She said there was a power imbalance of power, for sure. My hands were shaking so hard. She said she blacked out. Blacked out?
At that moment, everyone was taken aback by her. He questioned Host's continued promotion of the Stormy Daniels plot. He insisted that the story is faulty and warned that woke outrage often prioritizes drama over reality. Maher believes that outrage without inquiry amounts to nothing more than an online witch hunt, and he was not going to ignore that.
Trial in New York, the one he got convicted for, was the greatest fundraising bonanza ever. He was lagging behind Biden, and now he's pulled quite a bit ahead. That trial was the greatest reason people had to send their checks for 5, 10, 25, whatever dollars to Donald Trump. So I was always with you on the one in New York, the hush money trial. I don't think they should have brought that one. It was just always going to look like a case, and people were always just going to look at it.
Ma also made the clear point that was evident to all. Maher's statement was straightforward. It seems like never-ending conflict is more of a spectacle than a form of justice. He added that the performer usually gains more from political theater than the facts.
The relevant question actually is, what is wrong with America? What is wrong with our country that the Republican Party would choose as a candidate and support a candidate who is an insurrectionist, who is an election denier, who is someone who was twice impeached, 34-time convicted felon, someone who has misconduct by 26 women found liable for sexual abuse. What is wrong with this country that they would choose a message of divisiveness, of xenophobia, of racism, of misogyny, over a message of inclusiveness, a message for the people, by the people, of the people? That is what the problem is.
Maher and others, though, objected. These continuous strikes often stiffen support. The host's remarks are the main source of their embarrassment, and that's a fast path to polarization rather than persuasion.
Oh, sure. But there's a lot of people who voted for him, and that's their little secret. We don't like him either. We just vote for him because the stuff that you guys are doing on your fringe is scarier to us than what he's doing, which is saying a lot. And I'm not quite with him.
His policies are supported by a large number of voters. For those who are worried about security, borders, and money, the mortgage is not covered by morality. The man's delivery can be ridiculed. A lot of people do. Disregarding his policy successes, however, is political malpractice.
About 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life.
Allegations were made regarding her marriage and insurance fraud. Claims that, if true, complicate her moral lecture. That's the kind of content that creates TV headlines about moral outrage.
Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of the View co-host Sonny Hostin, is accused in December. Lawsuit fraudulently billing and by the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases.
In fact, there were murmurs going around about possible RICO-style exposure, things that sound serious. I'm not supporting the choice here. These are reports and accusations. However, politics consumes both quick virality and hypocrisy. If the charges increase, the optics rapidly become messier.
I think he's forgetting that people are still at risk who cannot get vaccinated. People who can't get it. Little kids under the age of 5. Yeah, or people with health conditions. How dare you be so flippant?
This Maher spat is proof that the lines have blurred in the past. There were dire repercussions when Maher and Whoopi Goldberg couldn't agree on post-pandemic normalcy. She received a suspension. People took sides.
Saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma. Sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
So, what's the lesson? After you've used your airtime to criticize everyone else, don't be shocked if someone points a mirror back at you.
Honey Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud. The View co-host and the orthopedic surgeon have hired lawyers Mark Aragos and Daniel Thwaites after Emmanuel was named in one of the largest federal RICO cases ever filed.
To retaliate, the host and her spouse allegedly enlisted big-name lawyers. Think about how celebrities can defend themselves and file countersuits for defamation and emotional distress. That's the playbook. When charges fly, get legal counsel and show up in court. Whether it's a genuine defense or a publicity stunt, it shows that this won't end on daytime TV.
Doesn't have moments from your past that make you cringe. Who hasn't said, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I wore that. I can't believe I thought that. I can't believe I did that. You ain't
Mars, nobody is perfect after all. Everyone makes mistakes and has flaws, and all this endless blaming doesn't improve anything. If anything, it only fuels the spectacle. Maybe if politicians showed more humility and less loud anger, people would actually listen. But for now, we'll just keep watching hosts, pundits, and leaders trade verbal jabs, and the show goes on.